Alright boys, it is currently Monday of the 44th week of 2023, and why do I fail myself every single week? 3 reasons. The first one is I just want to be accountable. If I do something good or bad, I want the whole world to be able to see it. Second reason is I just want to have a log. So let's say in 2 years, I want to see what changed my life. How did I fix a problem that I had? I want to be able to look back and see what I did to fix it. Third reason is I just want to improve my speaking ability. By speaking in front of a camera every single week, I am improving my speech. I have a lot to talk about today. The first thing I wanted to talk about was my unguided meditation. I spoke about it last week, but I feel like I have made some progress. It does not feel as weird anymore when I do unguided meditation. Before that, I used to feel weird. Because I'm doing 50 minutes unguided meditation, I want to up that to 20 minutes someday. Soon, but I don't know how yet. I'll wait until I'm a little bit more comfortable with 50 minutes. But I'm not as weird, or it doesn't feel as weird as it was before. There is no particular reason, it's just with practice. I've been doing it for a week and a half now, and it has become easier than when I first started. I'm able to focus my attention on myself sooner. It's a good question of minutes, but it is sooner. Before that, it took about 5-6 minutes before I was focusing my attention on myself. My mind would drift off a lot, but now it takes about, I'd say, 3-4 minutes. I have no idea because my eyes are closed, there's no timer. I don't know, but it feels that I have the ability to refocus my attention on myself, my breathing, and my body a lot quicker. Second thing I wanted to talk about was how I talked Sunday about eating 3 to 4 hours before sleeping, and that's a suggestion from one of the comments of one of my previous weekly videos, and I want to start eating 3 to 4 hours minimum before bed. Reasoning is, when we digest, we are not really at rest. So when I go to bed, I usually eat 1 to 2 hours before bed, but I'm bulking right now, so I am eating a lot of food. So when I digest, it's hard. I feel bloated and it's really hard. I feel hot. I feel my stomach is digesting, so I know I have to fix it. I have to eat sooner, and I think that I have to eat lesser portion because I eat 1 big meal for supper and 1 breakfast, but I have to separate those and space them out more evenly. I'm going to try that, and I'll come back at the end of the week and tell you how it went for me. The third thing is I find myself really undisciplined at night. And what I mean by that is I will be more inclined to look at my phone, to sleep later, to not do what I'm supposed to do. And it is because when you wake up, and it's a great analogy, when you wake up, you have a specific number of brain points, and whenever you do a task, you lose a brain point. Let's say, for example, you had 50 points when you woke up. You had to decide what to eat, what to wear, what time you leave. All those small decisions, it cost a brain point. So at the end of the night, you have no brain point left. And that is why at night, I find myself checking my phone more, missing my bedtime, showering late before bed, and all of those things affect me negatively. I'm not sure if that is the right solution for me yet, but I will try to do a schedule. I already have a Google Calendar that I want to follow, and I'll try optimizing that so that I don't have to make those decisions anymore. Those decisions are already made for me. I just have to follow the schedule. So that is my point. That's my goal with that point. And the last point I want to make is I want to implement because I talked about increments last week and I want to implement that, the goal of self-improvement is improving as much as you can, and I want to incorporate that in my daily routine, and at the end of each day I want to be able to say I improved on 3 things. One, spiritually, that it could be myself, my relationship, anything spiritually. The second thing is intelligence. I want to have learned one piece of information, just one. And the second thing is physical. I want to be stronger. I want to be more flexible. I want to be more agile. Everything regarding my body. I want at least 1%. So just one thing per day, spiritually, intellectually, and physically. 3 things that I want to improve on every single day. And at the end of the day, I want to document that. I want to document what I did that day that helped improve myself. Alright boys, it is currently Sunday of the 44th week of 2023, and at the beginning of the week I said I would implement 3 new things. I would eat 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. I would also recap. At the end of each day, I would recap 3 things that I did. One is intellectually, one is physically, and another one is spiritually. And it's just an improvement that I did. It is not necessarily a huge improvement in my life. It is just a small step. It could be just half of a percentage increase, but it is just to say that that day I worked a bit. I was able to improve myself a little bit more. And the last thing was that I would implement a schedule at night so that I would not have to put any brains point into a night routine. I would not have the temptation because I would be guided to do the right thing because I had a schedule to follow, and would be easier than to guess what I would do next. But I'm a bit ashamed to say that I did not put in the work for those 3 things. I was not able to eat 3 to 4 hours most of the day of the week. I was able to do it 1 or 2 days for the whole week. And the reason is I was going to the gym very late. And whenever I would come back from the gym, I would come back at 4 or 5. And that means I would eat my dinner and supper kind of at the same time. So I would leave about 30 minutes, an hour between each meals, and that meant that I would finish eating at sometimes 7, 8, 8:30. So that is not 3 to 4 hours. So next week I will work on going to the gym even sooner, so that way I can have lunch even sooner, and then I get to have my supper even sooner as well, so I can have 3 to 4 hours before my bedtime. So I have time to digest my food. My body can digest and I can rest properly at night. And for the last 2 points, my night schedule and my end of the day recap, I tried and I started doing it slowly, but I did not document any of this. I started and I tried to be consistent every night and go and shower at the same time, go to bed at the same time, but I did not follow a consistent routine, and I did not edit my Google Calendar, so I will be doing that tomorrow. I will change my schedule and my calendar to reflect what I will be doing the following weeks. And for my end of the day, I tried every single day to improve those 3 elements: spiritually, intellectually, physically, but I did not document any of it. My goal would be to write it down at night in my journal, but that way it would force me to really be deep about it, and I could not just say, yes, I did that today. I would have to concentrate and think of 3 things that I actually did, so that way I can cheat this. I can't cheat, because otherwise I'd have to say, no, I did not do anything today. And I didn't do that the past week, so I'll do that tonight, actually. I'll start doing it tonight. I'll start to document it so that way I cannot cheat it. I actually have to improve on those 3 things every single day, even on rest days. I can physically do things. I can stretch. I can look at new exercises. Intellectually, I can learn even the smallest piece of information. And spiritually, it's about relationship and myself. It's about myself spiritually. It can be a new meditation practice. It can be anything, but it is so easy to just do a small percentage increase every single day. So there's no reason I should not document it.